Alright guys, so this video here is going to be about this product, Zep Professional Truck and Trailer Wash. I came across this and I actually seen a guy with a pretty dirty truck, farm truck, and he had this stuff, had a 5-gallon bucket of it, and he filled up, he had a foam cannon, filled his foam cannon up with it, and soaked it down, let it sit for 8-10 minutes and then he just rinsed it off. He did a touchless wash, and I was surprised how well it got everything off, even brake dust and whatnot. Now I actually did, I wish I could have showed y'all or take a clip from it. I started to make a video the other night because I did this. You can see these wheels, they don't, they're not covered in brake dust right now, and that's because of that product. All I did was a touchless wash. I sprayed on that Zep on the whole truck, let it sit for maybe 10 minutes, and then went around and rinsed it off. And it got dark on me, and that's why I wasn't able to finish the video and show the final results. So this is, me redoing it, I guess, but I wish that y'all could have seen, the wheels, what they looked like, and what this Zep did to it. And y'all will see this time, you can see all the mud. So y'all will see, it does a good job of breaking that down. And so on here, on the Zep, it says that you can do, for heavy cleaning, 1 part product with 25 parts water. I guess you can't see that. Well, you just trust me. So 1 part product, 25 parts water for heavy soil or road film without brushing. Mix 1 part product with up to 100 parts water for light cleaning or to use with brushing. It'll tell you about, temperature, higher temperatures are going to improve performance. Pressure, using anything over 600 psi is going to improve performance. Obvious things like that. But it also says on here to, I think it says 1 part, wheel wash, 1 part product to 25 parts water to do a wheel wash. And guys, it works good. So I'm pretty surprised with the stuff. Like I said, I'm about to use it as a touchless wash. The reason I've got this Purple Power sitting here is because I was using this if it was a job where I was about to clay and wax or polish or anything where I wanted to remove old waxes or anything like that. Then this Purple Power is what I was using, and spraying that on the vehicle first. And this Zep stuff here, I like this much better for doing that. And then now, if I want to do a touchless wash on my own vehicle just to get, the mud off, and, it even, like I said, took brake dust off good with, no scrubbing at all, just the pressure washer. So that's what I'm about to do is, I've got some in the foam cannon. I already started filling this up. This stuff looks like water. It's got no color to it. I already started filling this up with water, but I was going to show y'all, if you've seen the video I made the other day about my containers here, that I put my deionized water in. Instead of buying distilled water, I've got my own water filter, and so I make deionized water. Basically the same thing as distilled water. It's completely pure. But what I do is I take my bottle and I put it right under this and just flip the lever and fill up my bottle quick and fast. It's just convenient. So and it's convenient for storage too. I just stand it up like that right there, while I'm going down the road. But anyhow, let me get this stuff on here for y'all, and we'll show you applying it. As you guys can see, this stuff is not, a great foamer. It's not producing any shaving cream thick foam, and I've definitely got it mixed stronger than 1 part product to 25 parts water. So, this is probably what you can expect. But like I said, the goal is not to be producing any kind of thick foam. This stuff works just fine. It's just not great aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Alright, so y'all get the idea of that. We're just going to let this sit on here for about 10 minutes and we'll come back and show you rinsing it. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show you, it's getting dark on me again, but I'm going to try to show y'all with the flashlight. So, if y'all remember what the tires and everything looked like and all the mud, I haven't started rinsing yet, but you can kind of see what this stuff has done, started to break it down, just from being on there. And as you've seen, it doesn't cling on there very long, doesn't really need to. It works pretty fast. But I'm going to get to rinsing. We're going to show y'all me rinsing at least this side, and then I'll have to show you the final results with the light. Alright guys, so when we come back in, we'll show you how good of a job it did on the tires and getting the mud off and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other side and we'll come back. Alright guys, so my apologies for it being dark, but I'll try to show you all the best I can with the flashlight and the lighting I've got behind me. So if y'all remember, you remember seeing all the mud, you know, on the tires and you know, up in the fender wells, along the side, you know, on the step rail or step, and you know, on the back. Like I said, both tires. Now this tire here, I had him dry off. That one over there still wet, that's why it looks shiny black. This one I had him dry off. I wanted y'all to see what it looked like once it was dry, because as we know, you know, pretty much everything looks good when it's wet. So, you know, the tires are pretty clean. I mean, this stuff, like I said, it surprised me. And if you go by the dilution that they say go by, this stuff is very economical. I mix it up stronger, but you don't have to. The stuff does a really good job. And you know, it's like the mud that was on there, could I have gotten that off with just the pressure washer, just plain water? Yeah, but this stuff, what I like about it, and you know, it's what it said on there, is that it gets road film off. It gets, you know, if you just spray the mud off with the water, if you go back over it to dry it with a towel, you will still have, you know, your towel, when you wipe over it, will still, you'll see dirt on it. And with this stuff, you know, like I said, doing a touchless wash, it's pretty surprising. So like I said, I found on my own vehicle, you know, something like today where I got mud all over it, you know, instead of leaving it muddy, this is something that's quick and easy to do. It's not very expensive to do, and you know, it looks pretty good, and it gets it fairly clean. You know, I'm not saying this replaces a touch wash, not at all. I'm just saying that it's an option. This, I'll put it to you like this: that Purple Power, if I was to do the same thing, and I did try it, to do the same thing with the Purple Power, and I mixed it up just as strong as I did this stuff, even stronger one time, and it would not compete with this. This stuff is pretty strong. So, but go into it knowing that, you know, I'm not going to grab the bottle and read you all the ingredients. You know, if you want to look into it, you can. But it is, you know, some pretty potent stuff. Hence why it's able to clean as well as it is, you know, doing a touchless wash. Probably something similar to when you go through a touchless wash, the chemicals that they use. You know, when it says truck and trailer wash on it, you know, those are usually touchless washes. So some potent stuff. I can say this: the first time that I used this stuff on here, because I had Hydro 2, CarPro Hydro 2 on here. It had been on here for about 2 months, maybe closer to 3, which is really all I expected life-wise out of it. But this stuff definitely took off the rest of that Hydro 2, and that Hydro 2, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to be chemically resistant. So you know, and without touching this, I'm not going to say it completely, totally stripped it off, but it knocked out a big chunk of it for sure. I mean, you could tell by the water behavior, because, you know, if you know anything about Hydro 2, you know it's very hydrophobic, and this vehicle was not super hydrophobic. The only thing that was still very hydrophobic was my glass, and that's because I have Rain-X on it. So it didn't really hurt the Rain-X, but then again, that Rain-X layer of Rain-X is newer than the Hydro 2. So like I said, guys, I apologize for it getting dark, but you know, hopefully you can get the idea. Anyways, you know, you might have to trust me a little bit on it, but I can tell you that I got this stuff off of Amazon. I just wanted to test it out, so I just got the 1 gallon first. The next time I go to order it, I'll probably get the 5 gallons, depending on what the shipping cost is. I think if you have Prime, it's free shipping, so, and it was a pretty good price on the 5 gallon bucket. So I like the stuff, but it's just an alternative to put it out there for you. Haven't seen anybody else talk about it, so that's what I like doing, is, you know, every time I can, sharing something with y'all that you haven't seen before. So that's that should be all for this video. You know, feel free to leave comments if you have any questions. Be happy to answer them. Like I said, if I don't get back to you immediately, I apologize, but I will get back to you for sure. So because I did find out how to check the comments from my phone, so I can look at them more often now, since I don't have to go to the office to do it. So that's it for this video. And if either, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say, either y'all be good or be good at it.